It is the year 1954 when this four-engined Columbine II aircraft was heading towards the American state of North Carolina. The then U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower was aboard this plane along with his entire team. The call sign of this plane was registered with the air traffic controller as Air Force 8610. However, when the plane's time for landing approached, an issue arose. A commercial plane entered the radar and completely confused the air traffic controller because its call sign was also Flight 8610. This commercial plane was the same model as the one in which the U.S. President was traveling. In front of the staff, two planes with the same call signs were present in the same airspace, and they did not know which one was the President's plane. After some confusion, the President's plane managed to land safely. However, this incident shocked the American Air Force for a while because it exposed a huge loophole in the security of the President. From that day onwards, whichever aircraft the U.S. President travels in, its call sign is automatically Air Force One. Currently, a modified version of the Boeing 747 is used to transport the American President. This plane looks like a normal commercial plane, but in reality it is the world's most advanced and secure Boeing 747 airplane. Viewers, this plane, which is as high as a 6-story building, can tolerate even nuclear explosions and costs $220,000 for just 1 hour of use. It is used to transport the President of the United States, but its status is no less than the White House in Washington, D.C., because from the entire office to his personal suites, all the facilities that the President uses in the White House are present. In the plane of Air Force One, not only has an anti-hacking security system been installed, but along with it, anti-missile and anti-nuclear systems have also been installed. Under normal circumstances, many airlines can operate smoothly, but all these operations are useless during a nuclear war because if a nuclear bomb detonates during flight, its radiation can badly damage an airplane flying thousands of feet in the sky. But this condition does not apply to Air Force One because the U.S. President's airplane is nothing less than a nuclear bunker. The entire plane of Air Force One is covered with special reinforced armor shields, which means that a nuclear attack or the electromagnetic pulse generated from it cannot affect the U.S. President's plane. In any war situation, the U.S. President's plane can comfortably enter enemy territory because it is equipped with a state-of-the-art jammer system, which can jam enemy radars thousands of miles away on land. Normally, the maintenance of a plane parked at the airport is done by many third-party companies, but Air Force One is kept away from all third-party companies at all costs. After landing, it has its own staircase for disembarking, which opens automatically. Similarly, for baggage loading, Air Force One has its own conveyor belt that scans and loads the bags of staff traveling with the President. Air Force One is also parked in a hangar when it is not in use, but it is not at any airport. Instead, it is parked under tight security at Andrews Air Force Base outside Washington, D.C. If the President's health deteriorates for any reason during the journey, then landing the plane and rushing to a hospital is not a good option. That is why a compartment has been made in Air Force One, which is no less than a hospital. The in-flight pharmacy has all kinds of medicine. A complete operating theater is also present along with surgical lights. This mini-hospital has facilities like electric shock devices capable of restoring the heartbeat, IV pumps, and ventilators. Additionally, doctors and nursing staff also travel with the President on Air Force One. According to an estimate, commercial flights can operate with their fuel tanks non-stop for 16 hours, and after that, they have to land at some airport to refuel. But if the same condition occurs on Air Force One, it can fly non-stop for several days because it has a mid-air refueling system installed. Although this situation rarely arises, if Air Force One runs out of fuel during the journey, it would take a long time for the President's plane to land, refuel, and then take off again. That is why the plane is refueled in the air. The refueling aircraft of the Air Force is already waiting for the President's plane. When the president's aircraft comes closer, the refueling aircraft can adjust its altitude and speed and refuel Air Force One through a nozzle. As you already know, whether Air Force One is on the ground or in the sky, it is no less than the White House. It has a complete mobile command center with a total of 85 telephone lines, high-speed internet, and dozens of TV screens. All this has been done for the president and his team to give instructions by phone from any corner of the world. Also, through TV screens and internet access, the president can join important meetings in any part of the world through video conferencing. It is said that the president's Air Force One can do something that all other commercial planes cannot do. While commercial planes fly at an altitude of 30,000 feet, for the safety and security of the president, Air Force One flies at an altitude of 45,100 feet. Another plane always follows the U.S. President's plane, the Boeing E-4B Nightwatch, also known as the Doomsday Airplane, which remains in the air until Air Force One lands. If a nuclear war breaks out on the ground while the president is on board and all U.S. military communications are lost, the E-4B becomes the center of communication. There are military analysts on board who conduct military operations on the ground during the flight. Along with electromagnetic pulse protection, it also has an anti-nuclear system and is capable of deceiving surface-to-air and anti-aircraft missiles. It would not be wrong to say that there is a complete military headquarters behind Air Force One. In the end, let us also tell you that the President's Air Force One is not just one plane, but two identical planes. The interior and exterior of both planes are exactly the same. This has been done so that if one is down for maintenance, the president can be transported on the other plane. There is also another reason for these two planes: security. No one knows until the last moment which of the two planes the president will travel in. Even many officials of the U.S. Air Force do not know. Hope you will like and share this video of Past Journey. Thanks for watching, and good luck.